Hello, I'm Craig Pitcher, and this is Fake Taskmaster, the quarantine-based show that's not as good as the original, but still better than the American version. Don't watch it, it's shit. Tonight we're joined by our 5 contestants, each desperately trying to do anything they can to keep hold of what little remains of their sanity. Everyone put your hands together for Holly Young, Leo Baines-Jump, Nick Pearson, Paul Mack, and Vicky Kiley.
Yay!
All of them are competing to win the Taskmaster Trophy, the most coveted item on the face of the earth, something people have literally killed for just to bask in its magnificence, merest of moments. Me in wooden spoon form.
Yay!
And joining me, as always, is the man I refer to as my little puppy, as he's loyal, obedient, and he wets himself when he gets too excited. It's little Josh Thompson.
Yes. Hi, Craig. I'm actually not wetting myself nearly as often these days.
Well, look at you. You've finally been toilet trained.
Yes, incredibly proud of myself. So I've been getting very into anagrams lately.
Is this the unscripted banter section?
Unscripted, but heavily planned out, yes. I've been passing the time by coming up with anagrams of everyone's names. So,
okay.
For example, Kiki Evil Eye. Anyone want to take a guess of what that is?
Vicky.
Kylie, exactly. Next we have Jumbo Ape Lines.
Oh, God.
Leo Baines-Jump.
Leo Baines-Jump.
Leo Baines-Jump, well done, Paul. And then we have Ugly Ho Only.
Oh, Holly.
That is Holly, yes.
Oh.
And I'm guessing you came up with one for me, Josh?
Yes, I did. It's a little bit different though, so let's see how that goes. The real labia pig truly crucifies.
What?
What?
Okay, well, I know you said there'd be something special, but I thought it might include my middle name, but there's no W in there, so I have no idea what that could be.
No idea. It is, of course, Craig Pitcher is really beautiful.
Oh.
That is true.
Yes.
Okay, enough this nonsense. What about your own name?
No, I didn't manage to come up with one for that.
Pathetic. Okay, on with the show.
Yes, it's show and tell time. And we've asked everyone to show and tell us about the best item to help survive a quarantine. Who do you want to start with?
Let's start off with Holly. What have you brought in for us?
Oh, I have this.
So that is, of course...
that?
This is a diffuser of aromatherapy oils to keep you calm during quarantine.
That's what I need when the world ends. It's just a nice little candle just to make the area smell nice.
It's not a candle though. It humidifies the air, prevent
Oh,
those
even better.
droplets spread. No, that's going to encourage the droplets from spreading.
So you've just completely destroyed your own quarantine idea then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but it smells good and it makes a nice little ambient lighting moment.
Rubbish. Okay. Leo, what have you got?
I have got a bottle of wine. Well, one of the numerous bottles.
I mean, that was the obvious choice, right?
Yeah, because basically it makes the time go So it goes with food. You can drink it on its own. You can have it for breakfast. You can have it on your cereal. It's perfect.
You can have it with your lovely scented aromatherapy thing. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, and it comes in fizzy. It comes red. It comes white. We don't drink the rosé kind because no. But yeah.
Okay, fair enough. We're getting better. Nick, what about you? What have you brought in?
Oh, hang on. I don't have mine immediately to hand, so give me 5 seconds.
Oh, bless Nick.
Oh, here he comes. Oh, he's brought a message.
So this
Oh.
I call it Tanya. She helps me survive because you play board games with me and seed me and all that jazz. And also, she's a doctor, which is useful for quarantine and stuff. So I reckon that's all right. Okay, I'll let you get on with this.
Okay, so Nick's prize is his soon-to-be missus. If this was the real show where you actually take home the prizes at the end of the day, whoever wins this, then I don't think Tanya would be too happy about that.
Wow, that upped the stakes rather quickly.
Yeah, you're lucky we're not doing the real thing. Otherwise, you'd be in trouble.
I want to point out that the category was to bring in the best item. So I suppose that means you're describing Tanya as an object.
I objectify her every day.
Okay.
Oh God.
Just clearing that up.
All right. So yeah, Paul, what have you brought in?
Phone stand, because there's a lot of phone calls and Google Hangout chats and stuff like that to do. So it comes in a lot, really handy.
Phone stand.
Yep.
Oh God. Yeah,
And
I honestly thought the aromatherapy thingy that Holly brought in was pointless, but
I've used it a lot.
I think you've just crashed into last place there. And finally,
Well, even I
Vicky,
remember
what have you
it.
brought in?
Okay, well, I obviously beat Paul because I have put my phone. But actually, that's Tom's phone. But I just mean a phone in general because you can order food off of it. You can get your medical stuff. You can talk to people on it. You can get everything you need off of a phone. So surely that's got to be the obvious one.
I guess it'll help you stay alert as well, won't it, Vicky? Because
Makes
we've
you
all got to
stay
stay alert.
alert.
We've all got to stay alert now, haven't we?
Yeah. We don't stay home anymore, but this will help us to stay alert at all
Yeah.
times. We can be tracked so we don't catch it.
And we can give all our data to the government as well.
Yes. If we're going to survive this, that's exactly what we need to do. So why not
Saves
the
lives. Yeah.
phone? Send data, save lives.
Okay, so I'm going to make some quick judgments here. In last place, Paul, the phone stand, completely pointless. Fourth place, Holly, the aromatherapy thing. Yes, it might make the air smell nice or get wetter, but you kind of destroyed that argument for it. Third place, Leo, with the wine. Now that would help anxiety. Second place, I'm trying to decide between second and first. I'm gonna put Nick's in second place with Tanya. She is indeed very useful, but I kind of feel she might protest to being used for someone else
I
against
thought I
her.
could protest more to becoming second, but yeah, sure, why not?
And first, Vicky with the phone, yes, because that is actually genuinely really useful.
So let's take a look at the scores for the first time in the show.
Oh my God, those
There we
What are
go.
these photos?
Whoa, oh, nice.
Right, now let's crack on with an actual proper task, please.
Yes, of course. And what a good way to start.
Hello, Nick.
Hello, Josh, Taskmaster.
Assistant. Your task is move as much water from one glass into the other. You may not move the glasses. You have 5 minutes. Fastest time or most water moved wins.
Can I
Now?
can I use tools?
Yes.
So I can use anything else I've got in the house to
You
move
just
the water,
can't. You just can't move the
the
glasses.
glasses.
I do like how Vicky, the second that she confirmed that tools are allowed, bam, she straight off had a plan and was immediately off.
I know, Wallop.
I'm expecting big things.
And Nick referring to me as the Taskmaster.
Oh, yes, that is one other thing. Yes, Nick, I just want to say something. I am the Taskmaster. Josh is my assistant. I'm the Taskmaster. Me, not him. Me. And don't you forget it.
Sorry for confusing the format, my overlord.
Okay, shall we start with my favorite Channel 4 evening soap? It's Hollyoaks.
Can I use this?
You can use anything.
No, that's not going to work.
This might take a while. Like a scoop.
You have 5 minutes in total.
Yeah, but it's got to be quick as possible.
Yes.
You said I could tilt them, didn't you? So
You can't move the glasses.
you said I could tilt them.
I said they could maybe wobble. Is
Like
that
this?
moving the glass, Leo?
Huh?
Is that moving the glass?
No.
Okay.
Oh, yes, it is. Oh. Whoever has straws, they are a fish killer or a dolphin killer, but at least they could do elephants. My arm's getting tired.
Well, I can touch them. I can tilt it.
Is that moving it?
I don't know. I mean,
Okay.
it's empty. I'm done.
Oh, time's up. Okay. Can you show me the contents of the, I guess, both glasses? Hold them up a bit more. So you've maybe done...
Looks like about a fifth of a pint, maybe, or a quarter.
Okay. A couple of shot glasses worth.
Yeah, maybe like 2.5 shots, yeah.
Okay, cool. Thank you very much.
We'll start off with Holly first. She was very, very methodical, very sensible. Got herself a nice, sensibly sized spoon to start shifting the water between one flask and the other, and managed to get the job done pretty well overall, I thought. Now let's compare and contrast that to Leo, whose first reaction to having to move the water from one glass to another was to look inside the water as though there was some magic solution in there. And then the de-escalation from that to a tiny little tablespoon. I mean, quite frankly, do you have anything to say for yourself?
It wasn't my best effort, I'm afraid. So I was...
I mean, quite frankly, I was considering disqualifying you for the amount of tilting you did.
Oh. Shall we take a look at the next one? Will he be quick? Let's check out Nick.
I'm not allowed to move the glasses or the measuring jug.
Correct.
A lot of these straws. Why do we have straws?
A smaller glass.
What's this?
Yeah, shot glass.
The solitary shot glass we have. Where is the solitary shot glass?
Look for it.
I'll look. So no touchy, right? I'm gonna spill. I'm gonna spill. Archimedes.
You can put it in your mouth though and transfer. So why don't you transfer the first mouthful? I don't mind. Come on, hurry up. We're competitive. You need to win. That's it. You can probably get the glass a bit in there. And then finally, what I reckon will be a good way to do it, the last bit, is to use the towel that's there, soak it and squeeze it into there.
Ooh! The brains on it. That's awesome. Here we go. Ah! That worked like an absolute treat. Check that out.
Hurry up, we're losing time, you need to do it quickly.
We've made time. I've got time to write a novel in the time that we've got left over. We are all good, my love.
Now squeeze as much as you can. Keep squeezing to the
I'm squeezing it. I've got all.
Do you know what? You've got most of a pint in there back. It's pretty good.
Taskmaster.
Right, we're happy with that. Bow to the camera and then you're done. And say that is how it's done.
Job done.
Well done, Nick, for following instructions. Say that is how it's done. Job done.
What are the rules on all this extra help that he
Yeah.
received?
Did Nick actually think for himself at any point
Yeah.
in that
I
task?
was going to say, if Nick wins this, which I'm not entirely sure he will, but if Nick does win this, I bet it will be at least 90% down to Tanya.
I've got it
Because
written down.
let's face it, she is clearly the brains of the two of them.
It's definitely the brains of this outfit. Yeah.
Tanya's credit, very, very, very clever solutions for the start.
Yeah.
You know, sucking it up, as disgusting as that was.
I know. I wouldn't make it as like a professional wine taster, would I? I'd get it all over the shop, but never mind.
And then very, very clever with the towel at the end. Very well done, Tanya.
They did it in 3 minutes 59, so slightly slower than Holly, actually.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Could have wanted you to spend a minute looking at your shot glasses.
Yes, do you want to see Paul and Vicky?
Yeah. Come on.
Hey.
Go on then.
It's going to take ages.
Is this okay? Good.
Hang on.
I think that's it.
Okay, I'll start the clock. Is there any water on the table?
Yeah, a little bit.
Did you drink any?
Not really.
But you drank a little bit.
No, a tiny bit.
Okay.
Very well done. I will just say, yeah, Vicky, you did not disappoint. That was excellent.
That was so disgusting. I really regret filming so close to the camera.
Do you think you got more than a pint with the amount of saliva that you added to it?
Maybe. I did spill a tiny bit, but yeah.
Yeah. And Paul, whereabouts did you do all that for? You had a straw to hand right next to it.
On my bed. They got straws up there.
You had straws by the bed.
But why were you only taking a straw amount each time the first few times? You really slowed yourself down at the beginning. Because I was so desperate to have straws, but I didn't have any. But I wish I had, because I would have filled my mouth with water like Vicky did.
And like Paul realised he could do, only about halfway through the actual task, he realised, oh, instead of sipping it, I can actually get proper lungfuls out of
He
it.
would suck it up into the straw, then putting his finger on the top of the straw, and then putting it across.
Was that what he was doing?
Yeah.
I was at the start, yeah.
So I've got. So Paul, he took 1 minute and 25, just taking one straw over at a time. But once he worked out the mouth technique, he did the remaining 3/4 of the pint in 7 sips and only 30 seconds.
What was Paul's time?
His total time was 1:55, so it only took him 30 seconds once he got that technique down. Vicky, you were impeded by your very small mouth in comparison to Paul. His
But I had 2
sips-
straws.
His sips were
Oh, no.
40% bigger than yours, though.
What
He had
was,
15
what
minutes.
was Vicky's time?
Vicky was 1 minute 41, so she did beat Paul.
Yes!
Yeah.
All right then. So if I get this right, Josh, that means that Vicky wins the task, and then it's Paul, and then it's Holly, then Nick, and then Leo in last place. I'll give him a point because, well, he made an effort.
Let's see how that affects the scores. Vicky still. But
Wow.
she's won both tasks, so she's got a maximum 10 points right now. Leo lagging behind on 4, but there's still a lot of time to go, a lot more tasks, so everything is still to play for.
Next task.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Josh.
Your task is you must.
Oh, what? Are we starting now?
We're starting now.
Oh, crumbs, right.
Your task is you must draw the best portrait of Craig the Taskmaster. You may not use your arms or hands to draw.
No arms or
Or
hands.
hands to draw. You have 5 minutes. Your time starts now.
Right, so this is going to be like a... Okay, fine. Okay, what about my girlfriend? Can I use my fiance? There's no rule against that. I can use the camera woman. You can spot like a running theme though, that I'm just, if in doubt, get Tanya to do it for me.
Clearly. Right, so what I'm looking for these drawings is realism, and because I'm incredibly vain, it needs to show off my fabulous features. At the very least, I'm expecting it to be better than this travesty. Also, I'm going to say right now, as none of you have seen me since quarantine started, if anyone's drawn me with a beard, they get an extra point.
Let's start by seeing how your 5 least favourite contestants got on.
Right, I'm just going to get a pen that works. Well, it's terrible.
Oh, Josh, it looks so sharp.
I think that's as good as it's gonna get.
That's really difficult to do about dribbling.
Do you want to try using your feet? Mix it up a bit. It'll be more
Go
fun.
on. Oh, fuck.
You need to hurry up. You've got 20 seconds left.
Yeah, 20 seconds.
30 seconds.
No, that's not working. It's less.
15 seconds.
If Craig's the judge, can I just give him a massive genitalia and then he can give me bonus points for that?
Do it.
That time's up.
Oh!
To be fair, that's pretty good. Thank you.
Wow. Okay, I will say, when we set this task, we were a bit worried that everyone would just use their mouse. So I'm really thankful that Nick decided to do a pretty silly idea in the end.
You're silly, but yeah, fine. But yes, you're welcome.
Okay, Josh, let's see what they actually managed to come up with. And I would love to be horribly offended right now.
Sure. Let's start with, at random, Leo's picture. So,
Oh my god.
That is, I can just about distinguish a person, and that's it. That's all I can offer for that.
It's called modern art, guys. Come on.
This is me in wisp form.
shall we look at someone else's?
Yes, please make it go away.
Here is Paul's picture.
Oh,
Oh, Jesus.
He's
actually
Good.
So this is what it looked like if I was a meth addict.
but where's the long hair?
Paul's not seen Craig in a while.
That is true, yeah. I'll let him off for that.
Like very short back and sides and then quiff.
Is that supposed to be a Manchester United crest?
It is, yes.
Oh, very good.
I feel like we've just lost that now, boys.
Yeah.
Paul, are you just saying that because you thought he wanted to hear the answer?
No, I said it's got a lot of effort to get my mouth to do that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I can at least guarantee he's going to be fourth at the worst.
Next up, let's have a look at Holly's.
So,
Why is his
according
face
to
so
Holly, I'm a
wide?
fat baby.
Yeah. I'd say that hair is pretty bang on, to be fair.
Oh yeah, the hair's good. Yeah, the rest of it though.
It looks like a mullet. He's got like short top and long sides.
Is that what Craig has?
Oh, that's yeah. I'm not going to argue with that. Yeah.
All right, shall we check out Nick's?
That's either a mix of Tommy from Rugrats or Hans Moleman from The Simpsons.
But even I'm slightly disappointed with it.
You've given me the thickest lips ever.
But your lips are pretty much where your face stops as well, which is interesting.
Exactly, yeah.
Why are they on his chin?
Proper droopy art style. So how much of that was drawn with your feet? Nick?
Oh, sorry, I thought we were
Very
about to
little,
move on.
unfortunately. It was most of that. Oh,
We can
Oh,
go to
wow.
Vicky's.
oh, come on.
Oh wow, I'm actually quite a beautiful lady there.
Like
That's
a
definitely the
librarian.
best one.
I think that's not too bad, is it?
I think that's definitely the best
I tell you
one.
what, if my hair looked like that, I'd be quite happy.
Yeah.
I've got the
Definitely.
shape. I've got a bit of volume in your hair.
No volume.
You need to get that frizz under control.
I know. I just remembered you with curly hair, Craig. I don't know why.
We can take a look at them all side by side as well.
Oh, there you go.
Wow.
Okay, so one thing I just wanted to ask about, Josh. At the very start of Nick's video, he did point out that he could potentially use Tanya. And correct me if I'm wrong, they do all live with other people, don't they?
Yes, that's right.
So they could have actually asked someone else to draw the picture of them.
Yes, the task says you may not use your arms or hands to draw.
What a terrible pity none of them have any imagination.
Tom's drawing would have been worse anyway. Not even joking. It would have been.
Okay, so I'm going to make some quick decisions. In fifth place, obviously, Leo.
Hey, I'm the only one that gave you legs, even if I only gave you 1.5 of them.
Where?
Is
Okay.
that a leg? Oh, wow.
Fourth place, I'm going to give it to Nick because,
Oh.
yeah, again, I don't have 4 wisps of hair, and that is the only thing that has saved you, Holly. You're coming in third,
Yay.
Oh.
and I mean those two are very good. I mean, I should give it to Vicky, but I do like the fact Paul put a Man U crest in there and
Yeah,
something that
but
was
look at your hair, Craig. Look at your hair.
Yeah, but he hasn't seen me since I grew it long.
Don't fall for the blatant sucking up, though, Craig.
Yeah.
Come on.
I'm going
Maybe that was a quick way of getting
to
points.
make a decision. Vicky second, Paul first.
Oh.
Okay.
Protest.
Let's see how that's done. Paul has jumped up to second, but everyone else stays where they were.
Okay then. Right, shall we go for another task?
Well, I thought before that we could take a look at this instead.
Well, that was good. That could work as a nice little title screen. Must have taken you a really long time there, Josh.
No, doesn't take me any time at all. I just got Nick to do it for me.
All right. Oh,
Told
well,
him
thanks very
it
much,
was a
Nick.
task.
Well, thanks very much, Nick. That was very kind of you.
What? I'm not even getting points for that.
None
No,
whatsoever.
that's not. No, it wasn't the task.
Literally the most tedious thing in. Oh my God.
I'm glad you're the most gullible of us.
Oh.
I'm surprised you didn't get Tanya to do it for you. I'm sure that was you.
And whilst you were doing that, I got you to do something extra nice for Craig at the same time. So,
and whilst you're doing that, you need to compliment Craig at least once every minute.
Craig is a stallion of a human being. He has luscious, voluminous hair. I could never run out of things to compliment Craig on. He's just so wonderful. I hear he's very well endowed. He's just, even though he's averagely heighted, he is got a great presence about him. God, his mullet doesn't look ridiculous.
Is that a compliment?
Craig was very adept at squash. Craig is a very kind-hearted soul. Craig has been a lovely friend over the years. He has baby soft bouncy skin.
Wow.
Thank you.
Any full
Very bad.
I've gone with the mullet joke.
Anyway, yeah. Thank you very much, Nick.
You're welcome.
Okay, right. Let's move on. What have we got next then, Josh?
So, let's see what happened when they ran into a bit of a language barrier.
Your task is find out the following information from this Swedish person. You must find out their name, their date of birth, their wife's job, their connection to Josh, that's me, his favorite food, and what his perfect holiday is. The Swedish person may not speak or write in English. You have a maximum of 7 minutes. The fastest and most accurate translations win. Your time starts when he joins.
The only Swedish word I know is IKEA, so.
Oh, here he is.
How can I find out his name?
Hey. Right, what's your name?
A little excellent chance there for us to repair some of the damage done by Brexit with a little continental conversation there.
We'll look at everything question by question. So here's how they got on when they tried to get his name.
Hello, nice to meet you.
Hej. Trevligt att träffas.
What is your name?
Jonas Eriksson.
Okay.
Hello. My name's Vicky. You?
Hello. Hi. My name's Holly.
Mitt namn är Jonas Eriksson.
Right. Okay. Jonas. Your name?
Jonas Eriksson.
UMass.
Jonas Eriksson.
Like eunuch. Eunice. Eunice, I apologize for insulting your entire culture in this moment.
How do you spell that?
JONASERIKSSON.
Second name again?
Eriksson. Jag heter Jonas.
It says on there.
Jonas Eriksson.
First of all, what was his name?
Rumos Eriksson.
Can you spell that?
GUMOSENXON.
Oh dear. Yes, Paul, that classic Swedish name, Dumos Engsson.
Close enough.
And Vicky, I like the fact that you introduced yourself as though you were a small child.
Josh, you have to explain before we go on that I didn't understand that he could speak English.
No.
So I thought he couldn't understand
that.
English.
That's very clear, yes.
I didn't know that, so I was trying to talk to him as if he didn't know any English.
Like a child.
It's going to make this very entertaining. Right, shall we move on?
Yes, next up is his date of birth.
Can I get Google Translate on my phone? One moment. What is your date of birth?
Det är 2 december 1979.
Oh, okay, you understand me.
1990. Higher? Lower.
Lägre.
1986.
Lägre.
1983.
Lägre.
Right. Mime to me the month in which you were born, please. So that's January, February, March, April, and so on. Which is your month of birth? December.
December.
1980.
Lägre.
1978.
Högre.
1979.
Ja.
What was the date of that?
Dag. 2 december.
What is Andra?
Det är den andra. Enkelt.
The 15th.
Lägre.
14th.
Lägre.
13th.
Lägre.
1, 9. So what's the next number?
7.
What's the? Oh, is that 2? No, it's not 2. It's not 2. 8. 9.
Nej. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
7.
Ja.
12. 11.
Lägre.
So I'm going to say you're about Josh's age as well. So how many years lower than the year 2000 was your year born? So you were born in 1979?
Ja.
Oh, you look very good in it. Very good.
9.
Lägre.
8.
Lägre.
7.
Lägre.
6.
Lägre.
First, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh. So if you point out to me when I get to the right number, 8.
Börja från början. Börja från början.
So 1, 2, 3. 2. 1, 2. Okay. Yeah. All right. Got it. Got it.
5.
Lägre.
4.
Lägre.
3.
Lägre.
2.
Ja.
2nd of December, okay. 2nd of December 1979.
1980? No, 1990. 1970.
79. Nej. Du lurade mig.
And what was his date of birth?
1981. The 11th of December, maybe?
You'll work out now that Paul's general technique is to listen to what he says in Swedish and then just guess.
I was going to say that Vicky's technique, although effective, did seem quite slow.
Shouting out random numbers and just hoping to stroke.
Then again, Leo seems slower.
Yes, I actually have the times. So Leo took 154 seconds to get the date of birth, the slowest of everyone. Paul was very impressive. Paul only took 48 seconds to get the complete wrong date.
She got it right there, you see.
So next up, they had to find out Eunice's wife's job.
You are married, and your wife, what does she do?
Hon är lärare.
So, what does your wife do? What's her job?
Min fru jobbar som lärare.
Right.
Lärare.
Does she work with children?
Ja.
Yeah. Okay. She's a teacher.
Ja.
Does she work in the state? Point to the hand. Does she work in the state sector? Public sector?
Ja.
In a factory?
As a secretary for a company?
An office?
In a hospital?
As a doctor?
In finance?
This is going to take ages.
Working with
Hon är
you.
lärare i skolan. Hon är en skollärare.
She works in a school?
Ja.
She's a teacher?
Ja.
Scolari! Lovely.
So your wife?
Min fru.
Yeah. What does she do for work?
Hon är lärare. Hon är lärare i skolan.
Oh, she's a teacher?
Ja.
Oh, cool.
And what profession does your wife?
Min fru jobbar som lärare.
What does the last word mean?
Så det är hennes jobb. Lärare. I skolan.
Okay. So,
Can you give me a clue what her job is?
Absolut. Hon jobbar i skolan.
School, teacher.
Ja.
Teacher.
Ja.
Yes.
Oh, Holly, you seem to have got that straight off the bat. That's very
Yeah.
impressive.
Literally first guess. Works with children. Well done, Holly.
Lara, I think, is teacher in German. So I thought
Ah.
similar.
Very good. I like how we're halfway into this task as well, and Vicky is still under the assumption that this guy cannot speak English. You're right.
Yeah, I was going to say actually, yeah, because she very carefully pointed out the ring to signify wide, and just went, What does she say? What was it? Nick, Leo, and Vicky managed to get it from school. What was it? Schooler? Something like that. Schooler. Oh yeah, that was very good. And then there's Paul.
Paul, surprisingly though, he got that one. So maybe you worked it out and you just didn't vocalize that you knew it.
I didn't vocalize it.
I did like the fact that I saw during Paul's bit that Josh was visibly face palming.
I know.
Right, this episode has gone on for far too long already. We're going to end it here, so let's all take a moment to think about just what exactly we're doing with our lives and then come back for part 2. Please come back.